let's watch a clip together from a Palestinian movie and I'll unpack the Arabic for you.
طلع شو اسمها كمان مرة؟ احنا بنعرف وبدنا اياك تكون معها، بس اذا ما بدك تشتغل معنا حياتك راح تصير جحيم للأبد، وتنساش حياة حبيبتك. تطلعش فيه هيك، مش انا قلت لك تشارك بالعملية. طلع انا فاهمك، انت في مأزق، لازم تختار بين حياتك وحياة اصحابك. خيار صعب، بس لو انا محلك وهيك حالي انا بختار حياتي، وهذا اشي طبيعي.
شو اللي بدك اياه مني؟
احنا بنعرف انك انت ما قتلت الجندي. اذا بتجيب لنا المعلومات اللي بنحتاجها لنقبض على القاتل رح ننسى ماضيك ونعطيك فرصة جديدة لتبلش حياتك.
مين قتل الجندي؟
لا يا زلمة، انت بتعرف.
لا أنا ما بعرف.
So what is this movie about? So this is a movie called Omar. I believe it came out in 2013. It was a movie that I watched when I was living in Palestine. And it actually stars some actors who have gone on to be very famous now. A couple who I'll acknowledge throughout this, inshallah. But Omar, if you can find it somewhere, then I would recommend it actually. It does give you a good insight into the occupation, the life of Palestinians living in Palestine as well. And it's a movie that you should be aware of. Generally speaking, I don't recommend movies as a way for people to spend their time. But for the purposes of learning the Arabic language and raising awareness of the situation currently, I just wanted to draw your attention towards it. It's actually a movie that was Oscar nominated. It was it got Best Foreign Movie of the Year or something. So yeah, very, very well respected movie. But we're going to watch a clip today, inshallah, from an interrogation. So Omar, who's the main character, of course, has been arrested in connection with the shooting of a Israeli soldier. He's been arrested. He's been tortured in prison, and this is a interview with a IDF soldier who's interrogating Omar. So let's listen, inshallah.
طلع شو اسمها كمان مرة؟
Okay, so the first word that's really important in this passage is طلع. طلع is used very subtly, and in Palestinian Arabic, it's often, the ayn is often very subtle. It'll be pronounced like طلع. طلع. It is very, very subtle. So here at the beginning where he says طلع, شو اسمها كمان مرة, it almost sounds like طب, طلع. It says طل. The ayn, you can barely hear it. I'll play it again.
طلع شو اسمها كمان مرة؟
You can barely hear it, right? طلع شو اسمها كمان مرة. So they're talking about a girl that Omar likes. Okay, there's a girl that Omar loves, and the IDF soldier is saying, طلع, look, شو اسمها كمان مرة. Okay, so what is her name? كمان مرة. كمان is a dialect way of saying again. Okay, كمان مرة is a way of saying again. كمان مرة. شو اسمه كمان مرة? What's his name again? شو اسمك كمان مرة? What's your name again? Here it sounds like شو اسمك كمان مرة, but it's not. It's شو اسمه كمان مرة. It almost sounds like شو اسمك كمان مرة. But شو meaning ما, meaning what. He's saying, look, what's her name again? That's what he's saying here. طلع, look, شو, what, اسمه, her name, كمان مرة. Another مرة, another time.
احنا بنعرف.
Okay, that's really useful. This is really good to know for Palestinian Arabia. إحنا بنعرف. إحنا, I've mentioned in a previous video, is the Palestinian way of saying نحن, and other dialects too. إحنا بنعرف. Okay, with the إحنا, with the we, Palestinian Arabia will often put a of course, and a meme. Okay, بنعرف, we know. بناكل, we eat. بنشرب, we drink. It's very, very common. There's like a slight m sound before it as well. بنعرف is what he says here. إحنا بنعرف. We know, as in we know what her name is.
وبدنا إياك تكون معها.
وبدنا إياك تكون معها. وبدنا, and we want. We've talked previously about بدي, I want. بده, he wants. بدها, she wants. biddek or biddik, depending on whether you're a man or a woman. And bidna, we want. Bidna, iyak, we want you. Iyak. This iya is used very, very commonly in Aramiyya, not so much in Fusha. It has a couple of jobs in Fusha. But in Aramiyya, the iya is used as just like another pronoun to mean you. It's even really common to say, like, shu biddak iya, like, what do you want? Shu biddak iya, what do you want? But you would never use it like that in Fusha. But you're saying, وبدنا, and we want إياك, that you, we want you, تكون معها, تكون from كان, تكون معها, we want you to be with her, okay? And we want you to be with her.
بس إذا ما بدك تشتغل معنا حياتك راح تصير جحيم للأبد.
Okay, let's listen to that again because it's long.
بس إذا ما بدك تشتغل معنا حياتك راح تصير جحيم للأبد.
He says, إذا ما بتشتغل, yeah, إذا ما بتشتغل معنا. إذا is the way of saying إذا ما بتشتغل, from اشتغل to work. That's fine. أنا أشتغل, I work. If you don't work معنا, إذا ما بتشتغل معنا, إذا ما بتشتغل معنا, حياتك راح تصير جحيم للأبد. حياتك, your حياة is your life, of course. حياتك راح تصير. Okay, راح is the Palestinian way of putting something in the future. Instead of سوف or sa, they use راح. راح تصير. صير from صار يصير. راح تصير. So important thing here is you don't need a بصير after راح. راح تصير is fine. It will become. حياتك راح تصير جحيم. Jahim is a Fusha word as well, meaning sort of iqab, meaning torment. Your life will be torment للأبد, forever. Okay? Let's listen to it again to get all of the words, inshallah.
بس إذا ما بدك تشتغل معنا حياتك راح.
Best, there's a best at the beginning I forgot to mention. Best means sort of just. Just إذا ما بتشتغل معنا حياتك راح تصير جحيم للأبد is what he says. But if you don't work with us, if you won't work with us, then your life will be torment forever.
بس إذا ما بدك تشتغل معنا حياتك راح تصير جحيم للأبد وتنساش حياة حبيبتك.
وتنساش حياة حبيبتك. وتنساش from the verb نسيا, right? So to forget, تنساش. You can forget. تنساش حياة حبيبتك. You can forget your Habiba's life as well. You can forget her life as well.
تطلعش فيه هيك, مش أنا قلت لك تشارك بالعملية.
Okay, well, let's listen to that again because there's about 50 words in a couple of seconds.
تطلعش فيه هيك, مش أنا قلت لك تشارك بالعملية. تطلعش فيه هيك, مش أنا قلت لك تشارك بالعملية.
Okay, so what I think he says here, he speaks really quickly, but what I get from it is ما بطلعش فيه هيك. ما بطلعش فيه هيك. Don't look at me like that, basically. ما بطلعش, from the verb طلع, again, that we saw at the very beginning, طلع, look. ما بطلعش. Using ma and sh at the end is a way of kind of double negating something. Don't ما بطلعش في. Don't look at me. It's fi. It's not fi hek. It's fi as in, it's not in hek, it's in me hek. Which brings us on to hek. What on earth is hek? Hek is like saying hakadha. Okay? Hakadha is comes into Palestinian Aramiyya as hek. So you're saying mabtalash, do not look fi at me, hek, like this. Don't look at me like this. Okay, mabtalash fi hek. Okay, what does he say next?
مش أنا قلت لك تشارك بالعملية.
ما قلت لك شارك بالعملية. ما قلت لك شارك بالعملية. Okay, I didn't tell you. ما قلت لك, because obviously we would usually say قلت لك. But it's not a qaf, they don't pronounce a qaf here. They say قلت لك. They don't say laka either. قلت لك. This illek is really common. We mentioned in a previous episode actually about saying I miss you. And we heard اشتقت لك. This like illek instead of ilayka or laka. They come together and you say sort of illek for both of them. ما قلت لك. ما بطلعش في هيك. ما قلت لك مشارك بالعملية. Don't look at me like that. I didn't tell you to تشارك, from the verb شارك, meaning to take part. بالعملية. العملية is an operation. We didn't tell you to take part in the operation. What he's referring to is Omar and two of his friends took part in a plan that they made to kill an IDF soldier, basically. I believe he was at like an outpost or whatever, a checkpoint or something, and one of them, although not Omar, shot him.
مش أنا قلت لك تشارك بالعملية.
Okay, what's next?
طلع أنا فاهمك.
Okay, now we come back to another طلع. أنا فاهمك. See, this is a nightmare for the Fusha class. Okay, but anyway, طلع. Look. I فاهمك. What is فاهمك? Behave yourselves, people, okay? أنا أفهمك, please. أنا فاهمك. I understand you. Basically, is what he's saying. فاهمك. أنا فاهمك. I understand you.
أنت في مأزق.
أنت وليس أنت. أنت في مأزق or مأزق. I'm surprised I didn't say مأزق. But you, أنت, not أنت, أنت in Aramiyya, because they love a kasra at the beginning of a word, if they can manage it. أنت في مأزق. You are in a مأزق. A مأزق, we would say, is a predicament. It's worse than a mushkila. It is a predicament. It is an impasse, right? It's a مأزق. It can be used as an impasse, like in a sort of a political, and even in a newspaper you might hear it, like a political context.
لازم تختار بين حياتك وحياة أصحابك.
Okay, what does he say? لازم تختار بين حياتك وحياة أصحابك. لازم is a really useful word now, meaning you must. لازم تختار. Here's another interesting point actually. You don't need to say بختار. You can just say لازم تختار. This ba that you often need the beginning of verbs in Aramiyya. You don't need it after راح, as in راح تكون راح تصير جحيم that we heard earlier. And you don't need it after لازم either. لازم تختار. You need to choose. اختار, يختار is a verb in فصحى too. تختار بين, between حياتك وحياة أصحابك and the life of your friends. Right? You have to choose between your life. The joining together of vowels there, وحياة أصحابك, is very Palestinian here. And actually, you know, this actor, I believe his name is Walid Zuwaitir or something like that. He's actually like a very well-known actor, raised in America. It was weird seeing interviews of him speaking English actually, but in previous interviews I've seen with him, he's actually mentioned that he had a dialect coach for this. So perhaps the Palestinian dialect isn't even his preferred dialect. I believe he grew up in one of the Gulf countries, might be in Qatar or Kuwait or something. Which might be why he said ma'zaq with a q at the end. Although it's not unheard of that Palestinians would actually pronounce the qaf, but anyway, but he was actually Palestinian in origin, I think. I think one or maybe both of his parents were Palestinian. But anyway, that's just kind of interesting.
خيار صعب.
خيار صعب. Okay, خيار صعب. It means it's a difficult decision.
بس لو أنا محلك وهيك حالي.
Okay, I need to keep stopping this because it moves so quickly. I think he said to say بس
لو أنا محلك.
بس لو أنا محلك وهيك حالي. بس just low if, but this low is hypothetical, right? لو أنا محلك, if I'm in your place, if I'm in your position, وهيك حالي, وهيك as we saw earlier, and وهيك حالي, and like this is my situation, وهيك حالي, and this if I was in your place, right, and my situation was like this, is what he's saying, then what would you do, mister?
وهيك حالي أنا بختار حياتي.
أنا بختار حياتي. I would choose my life.
وهذا إشي طبيعي.
وهذا إشي طبيعي. Bear in mind إشي, not just شيء. وهذا إشي طبيعي. إشي is very Palestinian. You need إشي if you want to go to Palestine. You even say like the same thing, نفس الإشي. نفس الإشي. You need to get a kasra in between things. If you don't have an average of one kasra per 2 words, you need to get the numbers up, lads. You need to get your kasras in wherever you can. So what does he say? وهذا or something.
وهذا إشي طبيعي.
هذا إشي طبيعي. This is a thing طبيعي. طبيعي meaning natural. This is only natural.
شو اللي بدك إياه مني؟
Okay, this is almost the only thing that we hear from Omar actually in this short video. he says شو بدك يا مني شو بدك يا مني, he would say. شو, what, بدك, do you want, إياه, you, مني, what do you want from me? شو بدك يا مني. Let's listen to it again.
شو اللي بدك اياه مني؟
It's very quick. شو بدك يا مني.
احنا بنعرف انك انت ما قتلت الجندي.
Okay. احنا بنعرف, once again, احنا بنعرف انت. Let me just do it again.
احنا بنعرف انك انت ما قتلت الجندي.
Okay. احنا بنعرف انك انت. We know that you ما قتلت الجندي. You didn't قتل as in قتلت, right? Because they don't pronounce a قاف قتلت and they put a ba at the beginning. You didn't ما قتلت الجندي. You didn't kill a جندي. You didn't kill the soldier.
إذا بتجيب لنا المعلومات اللي بنحتاجها لنقبض على القاتل.
إذا بتجيب لنا if you bring لنا
المعلومات اللي بنحتاجها.
المعلومات النحتاجة, I think that's what he says. المعلومات النحتاجة, the needed information. المعلومات, information. منحتاجة, needed. الفصحى is the verb. احتاج يحتاج. أنا أحتاج إلى, نحتاج, اللي منحتاجه, which we need. اللي منحتاجه, المعلومات النحتاجة, the needed information.
لنقبض على القاتل.
بنقبض على القاتل. بنقبض, it must be from the verb قبض. يقبض meaning to arrest. قبض على means to arrest somebody. بنقبض على القاتل. We arrest the قاتل. We arrest the killer. Let's listen to it again though.
إذا بتجيب لنا المعلومات اللي بنحتاجها لنقبض على القاتل.
Okay, yeah. بنقبض على القاتل.
ونعطيك فرصة جديدة لتبلش حياتك.
ونعطيك فرصة. And we will give you, نعطيك from أعطى يعطي. ونعطيك فرصة, an opportunity, لتبلش حياتك. Okay, بلش isn't something we hear in Fusha very often. Although I think it is actually something, I think it does actually exist in the dictionaries. بلش means to start again. لتبلش حياتك, to start your life.
مين قتل الجندي؟
Okay, so this is something that Omar says. Mean, not men, mean, they say in Palestine. Mean, قتل the jundi. Who killed the jundi?
لا يا زلمة أنت بتعرف.
Okay, and then the interrogator says, لا يا زلمة. No يا زلمة. زلمة, believe it or not, means man. زلمة. لا يا زلمة. No man. أنت بتعرف. You know. أنت بتعرف. لا يا زلمة. أنت بتعرف. No man, you know.
لا أنا ما بعرف.
لا أنا ما بعرف. ولكن هو بيعرف. Okay, he says, لا أنا ما بعرف. No, I don't know. But he knows. Okay, let's listen through it again, inshallah, and see how much of it we know. Maybe we need to slow it down. For those of you watching on YouTube, you might benefit from slowing it down. I'll put the link in the description as well to this clip, so you can watch this clip separately as well, and you don't need to have my yapping in the gaps.
والله شو اسمها كمان مرة؟ احنا بنعرف وبدنا اياك تكون معها، بس اذا ما بدك تشتغل معنا حياتك راح تصير جحيم للأبد، وتنساش حياة حبيبتك. تطلعش فيه هيك، مش انا قلت لك تشارك بالعملية. طلع انا فاهمك، انت في مأزق، لازم تختار بين حياتك وحياة اصحابك. خيار صعب، بس لو انا محلك وهيك حالي انا بختار حياتي، وهذا اشي طبيعي.
شو اللي بدك اياه مني؟
احنا بنعرف انك انت ما قتلت الجندي. اذا بتجيب لنا المعلومات اللي بنحتاجها لنقبض على القاتل، رح ننسى ماضيك ونعطيك فرصة جديدة لتبلش حياتك.
مين قتل الجندي؟
لا يا زلمة انت بتعرف.
لا أنا ما بعرف.
I think that's it for today, inshallah. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to put them in the comment section below. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on the podcast or any of the platforms over there, then please don't hesitate to contact me on Instagram if you wish, or however else you like. We have loads of contact options in the description section below. And before we end, I just want to say thank you so much for anybody who supports the podcast on Patreon. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. And if you would like to become part of the community behind the podcast and support my work here on Patreon as well, it would mean the absolute world to me. Until the next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.